Welcome back, everybody. So in this one, we're gonna be continuing after the base install, Arch base install, essentially, if you've already seen the thumbnail and the title. In the previous video, we did the Arch installation, like a base installation. After that, what we want to do is like get the audio working, get the GPU working, essentially, and then have all the essentially hardware related stuff working. And then we want to install Gnome, because you can either do KDE or Gnome. In this one, I'll show you Gnome. I'll make a separate KDE guide if you want to. All right. If you haven't looked through the base installation, go ahead and check out the video, the Arch Linux base installation. In this one, I showed you how to do Arch installation step by step, not using the Arch install tool, but step by step installation, and do the PTRFS partition and all that stuff. So do check it out. So in this one, let's go ahead and because I am using a virtual machine, what I've done is I don't have a dedicated laptop with an Nvidia graphics card, but I have bought a cheap Nvidia Quadro K620, essentially, graphics card, which I've done a GPU pass through to the virtual machine, essentially. If you want me to make a separate video about how to do that, then I can just leave a comment and I can do that. But essentially, what we've done is I've done is I have this Arch Linux here, and I've passed through the, as you can see here, it doesn't show here. Why? All right, let's just add it then. So we can go ahead and add my Quadro. That's fine. And then add the PI host Quadro definition. Yes. I don't need the roam bar for the audio, just for the video. All right. So I've done a GPU pass through to the, so it will kind of emulate as so the VM can directly tap into the virtual machine, the GPU, essentially, for the Arch Linux. So let's go ahead and load this up. Already, I should have removed the boot option, but whatever. Let's go ahead. Let me make it full screen. All right. So the first thing we want to do is log into here, and we'll do. All right. So first thing we want to do is get the audio running, or you can do like lspci. So it will give you the list of the PCI available to the your machine, and you can see the last two here is the Quadro, my GPU, essentially, right? And I have some audio, like the audio device. You can see Intel HD audio controller, essentially. That's done through. But essentially for audio device, you can either use the Pulse Audio or Pipewire. I'm going to show you here how to use Pipewire. So first of all, let's get the Yay up and running. Yay is the Arch, the yet is a wrapper for Pacman, which can work with the AUR. If you don't know what AUR is the Arch user repository. Is essentially what it does is it will help to kind of get the user created packages, essentially the installation scripts, and it will automate the installation process. Very helpful for the Arch users. Definitely use either Yay, or there is something called Paru as well. If you want to use that, it's up to you. Essentially, I'll show you how to use the Yay. Let's clone the repository, https aur.archlinux.org/yay. So call the Yay here, go into Yay, and we'll make the package, make package -si. It will make the package and install it, essentially. And we will install it will require Go, so that's fine. You can use the bean version also if you want to do that and don't have to install Go. That's perfectly fine. But let's just go ahead and do this. All right. Yes. So let's install, and the yay is installed. All right. So let's go ahead and install the Pipewire. So what we'll do is we'll install Pipewire, and then we'll install Pipewire also, and then we'll install Pipewire jack, and then we'll install Pipewire pulse. We'll install GST plugin. We'll install GST plugin dash Pipewire lib pulse, and then we'll use wire plumber. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll do yes. So this will install all the other Pipewire related stuff. All right, that's good. And then we'll enable the services. Make sure you don't use sudo here because these are user services. So we'll do Pipewire ctl, my bad, here, and then you'll do Pipewire pulse, and then we'll do wire plumber. Alrighty. Okay. So for Nvidia, now we want to do Nvidia. So for that, let's install Gnome first. So we'll do yay as Gnome, and then we'll do Gnome extra. Those two are the group packages essentially. So we'll do default all. So if you see in the Gnome extra, you have something called sorry, in the first one, in the Gnome group, you have something called Gnome session. Gnome session will pull the Mesa library. That's the open source library for AMD and all the other stuff, open source drivers, which will include either Novo or the NVK for the Nvidia driver as well. We want to use the Nvidia proprietary driver here to make it more. I think NVK is still work in progress, so we want to use the proprietary driver here. Mine is, I'll explain it later, but essentially just be careful, just be mindful that the Gnome session will pull the Mesa library essentially. If you are on AMD, then I don't think you have to worry too much about installing the graphics drivers manually, because as long as you have the Mesa driver installed, you are perfectly well and fine essentially. So let's go ahead and do all. So all right, I'll be back when this is done. All right, so is installed essentially the Gnome. So let's enable the Gnome desktop manager or Gnome session manager, however you call it. So what we'll do, sudo systemctl enable ddm.service. All right, let's do that. Now we want to install the Nvidia drivers. So what we can do is, first of all, you need to find your which package you need to install for your particular graphics card, right? Because Nvidia has a different series. For example, if you go to the if let's Arch Wiki, you can see here, like if you are on a Turing graphics card essentially, then you need to use the Nvidia Open for Linux kernel, Nvidia Open LTS. For Maxwell series and through, you need to use this Nvidia one. And for the older one, Kepler, they have their own AUR packages essentially, right? Now, how to know which version do I have or which series do I have? They have this Novo Wiki codename pages. You can go here and you can search your family, which your graphics card, which family it belongs to. For mine, as you can see, mine is Quadro K620. this is a Maxwell one. So what we can do is I need to install, because I'm on the Linux kernel, then I need to use the Nvidia, right? If you're on LTS, you can use this one, or if you're any on other kernel like a Zen kernel, or if you're using some custom kernel, then you need to use the Nvidia DKMS or something along the lines, right? So let's go ahead and install the Nvidia um, sudo Nvidia driver, Nvidia, and also install Nvidia utils, right? So let's go ahead and do that. What we need to do next is we need to so now that is done, what we need to do next is we need to do pc mk init cpio.conf. We need to edit this conf file, the mk init cpio conf file, and we can go to the hooks, right? So essentially what this does is, here we have this kms, so we remove this. What it does is it will make sure that the Mesa driver, Novo driver, or the NVK driver is not loaded during early boot, because we want the proprietary driver to take over, essentially, right? So let's remove that. We write this up, and we will regenerate the we'll regenerate the Linux image, kernel image. So let's do that. And the Nvidia utility package contains a file which will backlist the Nova module once you reboot. So let's reboot it. Hopefully it works. I should remove that either way. So let me just do this so that we can get the, we can know, like, you don't need to do that. You know what? It's fine. Let's just do this. All right. All right. So now we are here. Let's log in into this. Now that the what essentially has happened, we'll skip that for now. What essentially has happened is Nvidia utility has added the blacklist to the Novo driver. Now we can go ahead and add back the KMS module into that. So let's go ahead and open a terminal or console, I guess, here. Let's do nvim sudo nvim slash etc slash mk init, and as you can see, the sound is working. Yep. .conf vm at 123, right? So let's go ahead and add the kms in the hook. It was after the mod config. Let's add kms here, and we'll do that. All right, and we will remake the image that the kms hook added again. Alrighty. Yeah, and let's do a reboot. Oh, I really need to remove this. Annoying. All right, whatever. Let's just go. And there we go. We are into the Gnome, essentially. Let's check if we can do the display setting here. And as you can see, I have the, so this one. This one is to I guess I can do this one. Yes. All right. As you can see, and you can see in the terminal or console, I suppose, we can do a fast fetch, and it should show Nvidia Quadro discrete, right? Essentially, right? All right. So now that that's working, let me see what else we can do here. We can add a. Let me open the console again. We can add a deconf editor. Oh, yes, right. So it will add the. Apologies, I'm not too used to Gnome. I mostly use KDE, but as you can see, we can check the sound here. The sound is coming, and the sound is okay.
Front, right, left.
Okay, those are working. Yeah. If that's working, then this one should work. It should be fine. And double check. Right. There is one more thing we want to do. We want to add a, because we added, if you use a DKMS package for the NVIDIA, if you use a DKMS package for NVIDIA, then you don't need to worry about whenever there is an upgrade to the package, it will automatically regenerate the Linux image. But if you're using NVIDIA package, NVIDIA LTS package, NVIDIA Open package, or NVIDIA Open LTS package, and anytime you upgrade your NVIDIA, you need to worry about regenerating the Linux kernel image. And for that, what we can do is we can add a pacman hook. So let's go to sudo nvim /etc/ pacman.d. All right, and hooks. Maybe they don't have it, right? Let's go into the etc/pacman.d. Sorry, my bad. It doesn't have, so let's make a folder here called mkdir-p called hooks. So let's make a folder and go into the hooks, right? And we'll make a file called /nvidia.hook, right? And here we'll do like a, let's add let's add a trigger here. We'll add a trigger. So we'll say operation equal install, operation equals upgrade. Let me just yank it and paste it. I will say operation equals, let's say remove. So if we do any kind of this thing on the target, so we'll do type equal to package EAC. Spelling is correct, right? Yeah. All right. Type package, we'll say target equal NVIDIA. You need to add, like if you're using NVIDIA, I'm using NVIDIA, so I'll add the NVIDIA. If you're using NVIDIA Open package, you can add NVIDIA Open package. If you're using NVIDIA LTS package, you can do NVIDIA LTS package. If you're using multi-kernel stuff, then you can add multiple targets here. Like you can add another target and you can do NVIDIA LTS if you're using multi-kernel. But we just want to do this one, NVIDIA. And we'll do target is equal to Linux. Also, like if you're updating the Linux package, right? Okay, then you can add that. And we'll do action. What we want to do is we want to rebuild the description equals updating the NVIDIA module in init cpio, right? So it depends. equals mk init cpu, and we'll say when. So it's like after post transaction. So after post transaction means once it's installed or updated or removed. So we'll do that, and then we'll do needs target, right? And then exec /bin/sh, and we'll do just copy what I've done here, and that should be good. I can't copy paste, right? Well, or I just type it as I'm doing, while read -r -t 2 case $t in Linux star exit 0 isac done /user/bin/mk init cpio dash. All right, so what it will do is it will take all the kernels you have essentially, right? And it will do it will rebuild those images essentially, right? So, and then I think Gnome has some extensions that you can do. Let me see. There was some Gnome extension, so you can install like a Gnome extension manager. Extension, I think it was this one, right? You can install this one, and this will help you to like kind of do some Gnome extension and other stuff. Let me see. Hopefully it works fine. It's just 1.3 MB. I don't know why it's taking so long. I guess it's because it's downloading some other stuff with it. You go here, let it run, let it download. All right, so I've installed it. And this one you can use some of the like let me see, apps menu. So here you can see the apps. I like this one. This is some simple stuff. Native Windows Flashband, place status indicator. So that's the places, that's fine. Status icons, system monitor. So you can have some system monitor here, I guess. That would be nice. You don't need swap. I think that's fine. Window list. I generally like it. If you don't like it, then you can leave it. So workspace indicator is here, so that's fine. I think some of the ones that I liked were, let's see here. So I use caffeine a lot. Yeah, so I use this one a lot. See, just it keeps your Windows not go to sleep, your system not go to sleep. Then there is this archlinux update indicator or something. Yeah, this one. So it will show you the how many updates are, if you have any updates or not. So so that one I like. And then this one I'm not sure because I've not like there's this blur my shell, right? There's this one. I'm not sure if with the latest version they might have some other updates or not, but you can check it. I think that's perfectly fine. And for tiling, I think there was something called Forge, but I'm not sure because I used the previous version of Genomes. Not sure if still, like I used to use this one, Forge extension. Not sure if still like good for, it says works great on number 48. So Genome 48. Am I still on Genome? What's the Genome version, the latest one? Let me see. Is it not show the genome version? Oh my goodness. How do I check the genome version? I think in one of the apps you can see, right? Let's open the calculator. Yeah, 48.1. So I think it's genome 48, I believe, right? Yeah, but I think this should give you an up and running system, essentially. Let me know if you how you like the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever, right? And let me know if you want me to make a dedicated video about KDE or anything. I can try to make that, essentially. Anyway, thanks. Bye. See you in the next one.